When Congress opened session in 2013, it celebrated 99 female members, the most in the history of the United States. Iowa has female candidates listed up and down the ballot for 2014 midterm elections, yet Iowa is one of 4 states to never have elected or appointed a woman to Congress. Does this represent a glass ceiling for women, or have other factors influenced this gender gap?
Iowans tend to elect their incumbents. We have very little turnover, and so this is a really exciting year and a really important election in 2014 because it's the first time in 30 years that we have had an open United States Senate seat, and we have a female who is running for that, Senator Joni Ernst, and it's also probably the first time in a long time that we've had 2 congressional open seats, and we have women running for those positions also.
Joni Ernst and Stacey Apple are 2 of the leading candidates for Congress from Iowa. Are these female candidates concerned about gender as we make our way to the November 4th elections? How does it impact the issues they focus upon? Note that due to a busy election schedule, Joni sent in her comments via email.
Iowans vote for the candidate who they believe is best suited to tackle hard problems in Iowa, regardless of gender. As a woman and a mother myself, I know firsthand that women want good-paying jobs and increased opportunities for themselves and better opportunities for their sons and daughters. I do think it's time for Iowa to send a woman to Washington, but I want to represent all Iowans and get Washington headed in a new direction.
My focus on my campaign is making sure that we're out there fighting for Iowa families. In the state Senate, I led the way on preschool for every 4-year-old in the state of Iowa, equal pay for equal work, the statewide smoking ban, reorganizing state government, making government more effective and efficient. It's never been an open seat, and hopefully, if I'm honored enough, I will be the first woman elected to Congress from the state of Iowa.
While the candidates maintain that issues are more important than gender, they do admit that it has played a role in their political past as well as in the current election.
A lot of times, maybe I was the only female at the table, but I didn't focus on that. I was focused more on engaging in the problem, finding consensus, finding solutions, and moving forward.
Voters also note the undertone that gender brings to a campaign, although there are mixed reviews on how much a voter should focus on gender when casting their ballot.
Whether or not they should, I think of course they do. I do. I think about that somewhat. If I don't know the candidates, say for judge, I might look to find more females. It's something that would influence me. I think we've come a long way, but I think it is still an issue. And many people may say one thing in public and think something else. And so I think when we change that mindset of all people thinking of each other as equals, we'll be far ahead.
That's not what we should be looking at. We shouldn't look at gender. We should look at intelligence and courage. Does that person have the courage to stand up and do what's right? And does that person have the smarts to get it done? Certainly, if that woman stands for the right things I stand for, has the same morals and values that I have, and is more than capable of being the leader of our state or in any office, then I think it's absolutely great that she run for office and get that position.
Iowa will soon know the results of this election, but grooming and recruiting young women for office continues to be a priority for Iowa leaders.
What I try to tell young women when I'm talking to them is that, they don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to know everything. You just have to have a passion for what you're doing, believe in what you're doing. 52% of the population is women, and I think it's important that the constituency is reflected in the elected positions. So I think it's important that women, first of all, be encouraged to run, be asked to run. I hope to continue to be a mentor to encourage more women to run for office. I think we're seeing some significant gains in that respective. So I think we're really in a sea change, and we're starting to see some good momentum in that direction.
This has been Tucker Jones, Devin Wood, David Hu, Greta Pozzali, and James Papa reporting for the Shenandoah News Team and PBS Student Reporting Labs.